Hooray! Hi, welcome. Welcome to PodGis. Hello and greetings, everyone. It's me, Avagis. Let me move this. I gotta move this up here. There we go. Now, nope. There we go. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Let's get some momentum going. I shouldn't do that for too long because my head is gonna hurt. And if you know anything about me, it's that by the end of the hour on PodGis, my head always hurts. Because the thing about that is I don't breathe. I never breathe. The last breath I swallowed, I just swallowed there. That wasn't a breath. I swear to God, that wasn't a breath. The last time I breathe before I do a podcast is right before I hit record. You don't hear me breathing. You don't see me breathing. This is all one breath. Would you believe it? Believe it. Go to Guinness Book of Records, and I'm not in there. I'm not saying I'm in there, but what you should do is you get the latest edition. Do they still publish books? Get whatever the last version of the Guinness Book of Records is, and tell you what, bring it to me, and I will write in an entry that says longest time for not to breath, longest time for not to breathe, Ava Val, July, whatever the date is, August. I guess this will come out on August. Is it? Nope. July 31st. That's right. It's because I'm recording this at 12:45 a.m. 12:45 a.m. Would you believe it? Believe it. She's a night owl. Who? Me. No. Who? I said it was me. I was a night owl. Me. I. Who? Oh. I see what you're doing. You're an owl. Who? You, idiot. Who? Oh, I see what you're doing. You did it again. You got me again. You got me with the double owl trick. And that's what we call getting momentum. That's what we call getting momentum on a podcast. Ugh, she's okay. Let me tell you what kind of state she's in. Psst. Hey, you know that Ava girl? Let me tell you what kind of state she's in right now. She's uh as you know, if you're around, have you been around? There's a heat wave happening here in Toronto at least, and I assume therefore in adjacent geographical locations. Let's say the northeast America and southeast Canada are having a heat wave right now. I'm pretty sure it's global. I'm pretty sure, a week ago they said it was the hottest day on record, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but it really feels like I've heard that a few times over the past few years. And the fact that it feels that way should be cause for concern. Our globe is warming, and the ice caps are melting, and at some point, we are going to have some kind of cataclysmic natural disaster, and then America is, and Russia and the world is going to go to war with Canada because we're going to be the only ones with water. And we're allies with America. We'll give you water. We'll give you guys water. You can have because you're our allies, but save us, please. Go. Hey, America, you can have our water. Just don't let anyone else hurt us. See this rainbow umbrella? Let's just imagine it's not rainbow. Let's imagine it's just a red, white, and blue. Those are the only colors on this here umbrella. and this umbrella represents America. And in the upcoming global war for water, America is going to save Canada. It's going to protect us, but then, obviously in return, it's going to milk us dry. Capitalism, the great economic behemoth that is America, will our government will roll over on its back. This is what I think will happen. Just like our government rolled over with Nestle, and now Nestle owns, I think Nestle already owns all our water. So this might be a moot point. But when America comes for our water, the government's going to be like, you can have it, just protect us. And frankly, I kind of agree with that. I mean, what are we going to do? Protect ourselves? Don't be ridiculous. How many moose do we have? We can't get all the moose together in like short notice. We're going to have to call up Greg, our moose guy. And Greg's always fishing. Greg's always fishing. How are you going to get our moose guy to get our moose together if he's always out fishing? So that's the thing. Our moose army isn't usually a phone call away. It's like a few phone calls because Greg is very unreliable. And you got to reach him through his fishing buddies. Although he has been on Facebook a lot lately. Good old Greg. Greg from Canada. The moose guy. Still haven't breathed. Still no breathing. Still waiting on that Guinness. Still waiting on that Guinness record book. Bring it. Bring the Guinness book. And I'll sign it. Actually, wouldn't that be funny if I signed it and you were like, ugh, I didn't want that. I didn't ask you to sign it. Just wanted to show me where you were in the book. And I said, well, you brought me the latest edition, which a Guinness book hasn't been printed since 2011. Okay? So you tell me, all right? If there was a book published in 2024, you guarantee or bet your ass I'd be in it for the longest time without a breath. Longest time without a breathing. How was your 2 weeks? How was your bye week? All my bisexuals in there. How was your bye week? Did you spend 1 week with your girlfriend and 1 week with your boyfriend? Bisexuals. Dropping my phone on the desk. This is a bisexual only. This is a bisexual only podcast. This one's for the bis. And if you're from Newfoundland, then I just said this one's for the boys. So if you're from Newfoundland, then this podcast is for a wider demographic. This is stupid. Okay, I'm going to move on. I keep getting so distracted. Distractible guess. I keep trying to get some work done for my U.S. work visa. And keep getting distracted. I'll tell you this. If we're talking about momentum, I'm getting a lot of new followers on TikTok and Instagram. And what I've realized is that not only is the special really helping, but I think posting every day, I think posting professional clips from the special, it's all kind of coming together in a way that I had somewhat expected it to. I was expecting bigger numbers. But what I'm learning is I think those numbers have to grow over time. I think you have to post so regularly, and the growth, it doesn't just like and spurt up. It needs to be somewhat consistent, I suppose. And on average, my videos get more views, and I'm getting like, I swear to God, more than 100 followers a day on Instagram. So praise be to the algorithm gods. They have finally smiled upon me. It feels like they've finally smiled upon me. Oh, wow. TikTok, so many new ones. So many new followers there. Oh, wow. Lots and lots. All right. Some of these videos, let me tell you, it's so hard to predict because most of my other videos haven't even cracked 4 digits. It's pathetic and I hate it. It's humiliating. I take it personally. I really do. I really fucking do because I'll post a bit that is, in my opinion, the best thing I've ever done. Genius. Fucking pure genius. Bike bike cop, my bike cop bit that ends in a series of bike signals that are so cleverly woven together, and it's physical and it's clever and physical and high energy, and there's a big monologue at the end. It's like very well rehearsed, and it's silly and it's fun throughout, and it's just my magnum opus. I'll say I will never write another bike cop, or at least I will never. Maybe I won't because I keep telling myself that. I know, I know, I know. So don't come at me with that shit because I know. But but also, you know, it's just I can't see it getting any better than that. Maybe I need to set my standards higher for myself. That seems to be a recurring issue for me. Anyways, momentum, good momentum. But uh, I'm learning, I'm learning that I'm getting addicted. I gotta say, every time I look at my phone, it's obviously programmed to capture and keep your attention and keep you hooked because I'll every time I'm like I'm working on something and I think, oh, for this next thing I got to do, I got to reach out to this person. I got to message this person. And the way we usually communicate is on Instagram. So I'll open Instagram and then I'll see, oh, new notifications. Oh my God, 3 new comments. Let me take a look. And before I know it, I look at the comments. Maybe I'll like or comment back or block somebody. and then I'll go to the other notifications, and then I'll see some people message me, and then I'll be back on the feed, and before I know, 15 fucking minutes has gone by, and I think to myself, where did the time go? No, I will think to myself, what was I trying to do? I'll put the phone down and I'll go back to my desktop, and I'll think, where was I? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna fucking message that guy. I was gonna message that guy. And then, and over again. So, but what I'm also realizing is, it's more than likely that I have ADHD at this point. Everybody's got it, and I'm no different. I think I'm avoiding looking into it because I don't want to be a cliche. I don't want to be a cliche. I'm so nonconformist. I don't have ADHD. I just have an attention problem. But it's really bad. It's been really bad. I really can't get shit done. I moved on to a phase in my work visa where I had to I'm taking pictures of evidence, taking pictures of evidence for my big old portfolio, evidence that I've done festivals, and I'm pulling passes off my wall, my trophy wall, and I'm taking pictures of, and fortunately enough, I've kept a drawer full of, I used to hoard like my notepads and posters and wall calendars. I have so many wall calendars from every year. I used to mark every single gig, and after the gig was done, I would give it a star rating based on how I felt I did. And it was a nebulous average of scores in my head. I took into account how much I improvised, how much I tried something new, how much I expanded my skill set and challenged myself, how well I did with the audience that was there, taking into account how into it they were, and compared to how well I did to other comics as well. There was a competitive aspect to it, how much the gig meant to me. Yeah. I used to be very meticulous about marking down every single gig, of course, how much they all paid. So I have all these wall calendars. Look, I'm even getting fucking distracted talking about get to the goddamn point. So, the notepad full of stuff, the notepads have been a terribly wonderful source of distraction from this entire process. I've like I'll tell you what distracted me today. I found lyrics to a rap that, or at least my portion of a rap that I wrote with my friends. There was one time we were hanging out, and who knows how these things come up, but we started riffing on this concept about a rap group that their names were all like cheese puns. Everything was related to cheese. Their group was called Cheese Factory, and they and Mike and we all, and then the more we talked about it, the more we were like, okay, let's just do this. This is who I would be. This is who I would be. And so we all curled up into a different corner of the room, and silence befell the room, and we like wrote lyrics to this song called Y'all Ain't Never Met a Cheese Like Me. And my character was Provolone Wolf, and my lyrics, I formed a whole character. Mine was Provolone Wolf, my friend's was Craft Single, but he took out, it was like, you know the artist Mastercraft? I think it's in all caps, and all the vowels are taken out. Yeah, all the vowels are taken out, so it's MSTRKRFT or whatever. My friend was Craft Single, all caps, with the vowels taken out. Craft Single. And then my other friend was Bree Easy. I think Bree Easy. Oh man. And we wrote this song called Y'all Ain't Never Met a Cheese Like Me. And I was dabbling with GarageBand, I'm pretty sure, that night. And so I wrote a GarageBand song, and we all wrote lyrics to this song. And the way I remember it going, we never ended up recording anything. Like I finished the music for the track pretty much, and I'd also finished my lyrics. And I think while I was doing the music, my friends started playing video games or something, and one of their girlfriends came home, and naturally, when she came home, the fun was over. not gonna say much else, but as soon as she came home, the vibe changed, and so the cheese group had disbanded just as quickly as it had formed. But without further ado, I'm gonna rap for you guys Provolone Wolf's verse from the hit single, from the hit Craft single, Y'all Ain't Never Met a Cheese Like Me. And yeah, Provolone Wolf, for the record, is a maniac. I formed a whole character. Even though he's part of the cheese group, even though he's part of the cheese factory, he's kind of, he still goes on a lot of solo adventures. He's like separate from the group. He's like, you know how every rap group has the one fucking psychopath? This guy's crazy. He's unpredictable. Even his own crew keeps a distance from this guy. He's wild. He's a bit weird, man. That guy's a psycho, dude. You know? So, Provolone Wolf. Yo, I'm about to take this one to the bank. The cheese bank. Should I play the music? So you can hear it? Wait, let me find it. Let me find the store thing. I'll find store thing. Still not breathing, I promise. Still didn't take a breath. Where is it? It was also okay. First of all, where is it? Okay, Oh, it's on. Okay, it's on Twitter. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't think it would be this difficult to find. It's here. It is. That's I don't know if you can hear it. I'm like pressing the thing as I can against the mic, but it goes da 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 da. Okay, right, and over and over again. So, all right. Yo, don't look me in the eyes, I ain't pasteurized. If rapping was a sprint, I'd blow past these guys. I eat up dope rappers and I eat up, oh shit. I eat up dope rappers and don't leave a crumb. Leave them starstruck, saying, man, pro, you dumb. Wasn't raised by no dairy maid, grew up feral. Drink my own piss, cause I know it's sterile. I'm a wizard with the breeze, you can call me Breeze Whiz Kid with the cheese. Some might say I'm a, oh, fuck. I'm a wizard with the breeze. You can call me Breeze Whiz Kid with the cheese. Some might say I'm Cheese Whiz. Like a lumberjack, the way I chop them trees. So much gold in my teeth, people call me grilled cheese. Uh, Bitches want the whole crew, but it don't matter. Banging every single member, call it a cheese platter. Um, then there's a couple of shitty ones. I'm just gonna skip them. Take a single slice of cheese, cut out a smile, slap it on the back of your head while I do your doggy style. That's so weird and funny and stupid. But let me tell you, if if I could be a proud mama for just a second, if I could just be a proud mama for just 1 second, let me tell you how proud I am of the line, wasn't raised by no dairy maid, grew up feral, drink my own piss cause I know it's sterile. It's so dumb. It's like so wildly clever and dumb and stupid. It's just, I love it. And so gross. It's so weird. It's so, and that is quintessentially Provolone Wolf is, Provolone Wolf wasn't raised by no dairy maid. See, even it's just there's so many references to dairy and cheese, just and double entendres galore. Provolone Wolf, get the fuck out of here. Oh, so funny. So that's that. Let me tell you, I was working on my work visa thing. I stumbled upon the cheese wrap at like 6 p.m. and then I goofed around and like filmed myself rapping it, and then I recorded a loop on it, and that took me a while, and then I recorded a solo. I wrote a guitar solo and I recorded that. And that took I was trying to improvise something for like 2 hours and recording it, and I kept failing until finally I started to notice that like some patterns I was kind of reusing, and then I was like, you know what, just stop trying to catch stop, stop trying to catch a wave and just write a solo. Just like commit to a sequence, to a handful of bars, and like just nail it down so you're not like hoping you get it perfect. You know, it just wasn't working. And so I wrote a solo, and I'm hella proud of it. And I would play it for you guys, but obviously the microphone can't pick the goddamn thing. I was stupid. It doesn't even. So whatever. I'm just gonna move on from that, and I'm just gonna move on from that, and we're just gonna talk about something else. Can you guys tell I've been working? I've been working on my voice. I've been working on it. It comes and it goes. Oh, my butt got so sweaty. I'm getting a little sweaty. I'm in my underpants, and I'm not wearing a bra, and this top sinks pretty low, so I'm one rap gesture away from this being an explicit video that gets me fucking banned. Um, oh, and you know what else? I was looking through the notes and I came across a phase of my life that I'm not particularly proud of. I I have so I used to have dreadlocks. I used to be the white guy with dreads. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll pause. I'll pause so you can retch or throw up or waggle your finger at me. For shame. Um, I was pretty oblivious. I did it because I wanted to. I did it because I wanted to, and on certain days I thought they looked cool. Sometimes they looked all right, and other times they looked ratty as hell, disgusting, disgusting. They looked rather fucking shit. They looked rather fucking shite. They looked rather fucking shite in my head. It looked like I rolled around in the muck. It's my best Scottish accent. Just imagine me with dreads. Imagine me as a boy with dreads. Do it. Um, Moving on. This is an odd thing I've begun to notice. This is and maybe I should take it as flattery. But I'm beginning to notice more and more that as I see more trans comedians popping up on the scene, newbies trying their hand at it, it's wonderful. It's great. I love it. It's nice. Um, I have noticed that a lot of them are dabbling in material that I am well known for, that I've been doing for a while, stuff that's on the special. And I don't quite know how to feel about that because I tend to be very generous, and I think that in most cases, like let's take for example, I mean, there's a comedian doing a fucking sign. Anyone can do a Seinfeld impression. Anyone with a crackly voice. I don't I don't lay claim to the only Seinfeld impression out there. God no. I also think it's absolutely like just because I talked about TERFs and transphobes saying when they dig up your bones in 100 years or 500 years, they're going to think you're a man. And I've a bit as a response to that, I have a retort to that statement. It doesn't mean that no one else can talk about it, but it's this interesting territory where it's like I've put out work and I've most, I would argue, prominently done the bit about that. So you'd have to really find a new angle. I don't know. You'd have to I don't know. I just it's hard to navigate because I'm seeing all these new comics like touch on material that I have navigated, and I feel like there are commonalities in the trans experience, and one of them is you get hurled all kinds of stuff, and people will try and discredit your legitimacy as a trans person, as if you're a trans woman, as a woman, using the common talking points, one of which is the bones thing. And so this is a common experience, and that is why that's why I rationalized to myself, like, Ava, leave it alone. Don't be possessive. Don't be selfish about this, because it doesn't just happen to you. So what I'm running into is I'm finding that other newer comics are treading where I've trod, and it's making me a little wary, cautious. I don't know. I've had a couple of them message me directly to be like, "Hi, I thought of this bit and it reminds me a lot of yours." And they'll tell me what they were thinking, and it's like, "Oh, that are you sure you're not just like kind of leapfrogging the premise I had?" You know? But then again, that's it's hard to say. It's hard to say because we are all going through there's going to be some overlap in our experiences. I just you know, if somebody comes up with a bit that's the same response to my bones thing as me, I'll be a little pissed. I'll be hella pissed if they get more views and shit than I do. I'll be so pissed. Because here I am fucking wallowing in the depths. I just want to get just a little bit of recognition. And if somebody steals my joke and does better with my joke than I did, then where does that leave me? I am so afraid of that. Even if I can prove now that I was there first. There's a timestamp on my bit, you know? But also, I will say this. I have an X-Man joke. I have an X-Man joke that was my opener for a year, and I've since seen two trans women make a very similar joke. It's essentially the same punchline. Calling yourself an X-Man. And so when that happens, I know like I reached out to one of them and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, I've been doing this bit and I did it on Halifax, so it's like gonna be on TV. So I've never been in this position before. I don't know how you want to navigate this. I'm not accusing you of stealing. I think you thought of this joke as well separately, but this puts you in a tough position because like it's gonna look like you stole because my stuff is gonna come out first, you know." Or something. I was like, I just want to give you a heads up so that you can be prepared if like some shit goes down or something. I don't know. I just want to clear the air. I want full transparency when it comes to this stuff. I want full transparency and integrity. So, she came back a little defensively. I think she was. I think it didn't come across that I wasn't accusing her, but she was like, "I've had this joke for years and years." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, all right, I know." And so even her response to that was like, "I've had this joke for years." And then another comic said it at a show. I was like, "All right, I'm retiring it." Because if I'm seeing a premise of mine repeated in other people via parallel thought and not at all through reasonable joke theft, then it's just not a joke I want to tell anymore. You know? Call it artistic integrity. Call it artistic. Call it artistic integrity. But I just don't want to. I want to be more original than that. I don't want to be doing bits that I know other people are doing. Hell yeah, brother. So, hey, I don't think this PodGis episode is very funny. Cheese Factory exclude. It's 1:20 in the morning. Should I stop or should I continue? I should continue. I got 20 more minutes to go, baby. Let's do this. Oh boy. While we're on the subject of theft, joke theft, it's gonna get dark in a minute. And if you're basketball fans, I would caution you. That's all. I'm gonna caution you. Caution. Uh-oh. Caution. Spoiler alert. Caution. Cautioning you. Take caution. For the next part, oh, I haven't even talked about that yet. Okay. The end of this podcast is gonna be so good. Next 20 minutes, strap the fuck in. Here we go. I used to joke about. I always wanted to blow up when I was young. I was like, you know, after I graduated from university, I was like, I'm gonna move right to LA and I'm gonna chase my dream and fuck yeah, I'm gonna get in with the laugh shop. What is it? Laugh. How am I blanking on this? Not the laugh shop. Laugh Factory? Laugh Factory. Laugh Factory and Comedy Store. Duh. I just had delusions of grandeur. Where I was like, I'm gonna move to LA. I'm gonna move to LA and I'm gonna get famous, baby. And I'm gonna reinvent comedy and I'm gonna move to LA and I'm gonna get famous. And that naturally obviously didn't happen. So where was I going with this? Oh, so I would tell my friends as a way of being morbidly funny, dark humor, edgy humor. I told my friends, if I'm not happy with the way my career has gone, I'm gonna die in a helicopter explosion when I'm 35. I told people 35. What a silly fucking thing to say. And then, as I got to my late 20s and I realized my goal wasn't as achievable as I thought, I pushed it to 45. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a little more time. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna die in a helicopter explosion at 45. And I explained it in great detail. I told my friends, everyone, it's gonna be on my 45th birthday. Everyone's gonna know I'm about to do it. It's gonna be like a celebration of my life and my birth and my death. And I'm gonna gather everyone to a clearing where there's the helicopter and no tearful goodbyes allowed at all. And what's gonna happen is the helicopter will slowly rise, and when it's about 50 feet up in the air, I'm gonna lean out the window and put up my devil horns with my fingers. I'm gonna do devil horns, and I'm gonna yell, "Never stop partying!" And then the helicopter's gonna explode. And I told my friends also, there's gonna be an element of mystery where maybe you won't find pieces of me. There won't be any traces of my flesh or anything anywhere. So it'll be like, oh, did she die? What the hell? There's gonna be mystery. But I told everybody this a long time ago, at least a dozen years ago, long before Kobe Bryant went and got himself killed in a fucking helicopter explosion. Now, what the tragedy of this is, not only did he take that away from me when he went and died in a helicopter explosion. See, it's enough time has passed now that I can talk about it. So now that not only did he take that away from me, because now if I do it, everyone's gonna be like, oh, Kobe Bryant did it better. Oh, Kobe Bryant did it. So unoriginal. So fucking, now that Kobe Bryant's done, and so not only did he take that away from me, but he also took away my ability to even joke about it. Like I had to give up on that dream of exploding myself in a helicopter explosion. I had to give up that dream of blowing myself in a helicopter. Let me try again. I had to give up that dream of blowing myself up in a helicopter because of Kobe fucking Bryant. And then I couldn't even joke about it for like however many. This is the first time I've joked about it since his death. And honestly, I'm sure there's some people out there who are even thinking like, this is too soon, Ava. Too soon. Too soon with this shit. But how long must I wait to speak of a concept, a premise that I had crafted a long time ago when I was but a delusional young comedian? So here I am bravely speaking my truth once again. And I'm reestablishing. I was about to say, well, fuck, now I can't do a helicopter explosion, so I'll do a submarine explosion. But god damn it, the fucking Titan or whoever those guys, the billionaire guys, did it last year. So now I can't explode in a submarine either. This is bullshit. Hot air balloon? What's left? Hot air balloon? That's not cool. It's not cool to go up in a hot air balloon. Oh, Hindenburg already did it. Well, fuck. God damn it, everybody's beating me to it. Hang glider? I'm sure there have been hang glider deaths. What is there left to do? Nothing. I guess I'll live. I guess I'll live past 45. I'll get a dog. That'll give me reason to live. A cute burner. Oh, you guys, it's TMA time. Time for a little TMA. I think my butt skin is sensitive because in the hot summer days, when I get sweaty and I sit on my butt for a long time, it gets really itchy and bumpy and red. And it gets so ugly. It's summertime is the worst time for this to happen. And it gets so hot and bumpy and red, and the red marks don't go away. And so like my bikini butt is, I think I'm like happy with my body. You know? I mean, with a lot. Okay, I'm not, I'm gonna roll that all the way back. I'm not perfectly unhappy with my body. I would like to change some things. Of course I would. I'm a trans woman. Of course I got dysphoria. But I like my bum. And I think it would be a good bum if it wasn't so speckled with connect the fucking dots. Because I get hot and I sit on my butt. Anyways. TM, I guess. Okay. Let's finish strong with this part. Hey, what do you guys think of Robert Downey Jr. being announced as Dr. Doom for the Marvel Universe? I don't even care anymore. I got off the train after Phase Endgame or whatever. Just like I'm sure most of the main Fairweather Marvel fans did. Yeah, fuck you. I'm a Fairweather. That wasn't a breath I just took, by the way. Fuck you, I'm not a Fairweather Marvel fan. I'm all the time weather No, not really. Well, sort of. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get to the point. I always think it's silly when people are like, it's like clucking hens. In my head, I always whenever people are like over discoursing something to fucking death, I call you all clucking hens. That you all just can't stop. Just stop clucking and nattering about who cares bullshit. Angrily about like Robert Downey Jr. being picked for the thing. Like, you'll be fine. No matter what happens, you will be fine. Take a chill pill. Which I guess literally, would that be like an Adderall? Wow. I've never thought of that. Anyways. So anyway, yeah. Whenever people, like when the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movies came out, I wanted to like them so bad. And I forced myself to like them, and I forced myself. I've liked some pretty shitty movies. Just out of sheer tyranny of will, you guys. I have a contrarian streak when it comes to like liking shows and movies. Like I hate The Godfather. I think it's boring. It's dull. I can't sit through it. But Michael Bay Ninja Turtles? All right, fine. I like it because it's Ninja Turtles. Although the new one, the Seth Rogen executive produced one, is the best. So good. So good. The best one since Secret of the Ooze, in my opinion. The best Turtles experience since Secret of the Ooze, which was so fundamental to my childhood. So, like, that's high praise. But anyways, I really liked Michael Bay just because it's the Turtles, man. I don't care. I love the Turtles, no matter what they are. They're the best. They're like my friends, you know. And so I really cannot relate to people who like so like fucking Eeyore being like, ugh, my childhood is ruined. Michael Bay ruined my childhood. Like, what is it? First of all, what does that even mean? Your memories are still intact. Did Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles bludgeon you over the head so hard that it gave you a frontal lobotomy? Did Shredder's weird fucking costume with all the knives poking out and did his knife projectile thing, did an errant knife come popping out of the projector screen and strike you in the frontal lobe or wherever the medulla oblongata or wherever memories are held? I should know this. Is it frontal lobe? Yeah, it would be frontal lobe. I think that's where the more... Well, now I don't want to sound stupid. I'm going to look this up. Time for fact check. I should come up with a theme song for when I fact check myself. You gotta fact, gotta check it out. Fact check with Ava. Fact check. Oh, I typed in fact check because I couldn't think of what am I fact checking. Oh, where in the brain are memories stored? Hippocampus. I should have known that. Temporal lobe. Hippocampus and the amygdala nearby also form part of the limbic system, a pathway to the brain. Hippocampus. Most available evidence suggests that the functions of memory are carried out by the hippocampus and other related structures in the temporal lobe. So anywho, yeah, when people are like, oh, it ruined my childhood, like, I don't even grasp what that means. You know what I mean? Like, you will always have the memories of your first time enjoying something, which, by the way, are impossible to top. And I wish more people knew this. I wish more people understood that the first time you discovered something that you loved, you are never going to catch that dragon. You're never going to chase that dragon. Things will, like, pay good homage to it, maybe, if you're lucky, if done right. But, like, it's your first time once. Sorry. So anyways, oh, ruined my childhood. Get over it. You'll be fine. I don't understand that. But, what was I just about to say? I just don't get clucking hens when, like, Robert Downey Jr. was announced. There's a part, I guess, maybe what I'm missing out on is passion. The things that I'm passionate about. I can't imagine a thing that I'm passionate about that I would lose my mind so hard over at the reveal of some guy, you know? My life is so much in my control. And maybe that says something about me that I'm not willing to, like, devote myself so fanatically to something. Maybe I'm a passionless person. Maybe this is a shortcoming of mine, a fault, a weakness that I need to explore. Maybe I need to get passionate about something. But I'll tell you what, it really doesn't seem worth it when, like, a new Doctor Doom gets announced and everyone goes, "Gah, it's ruined, I'm ruined. And I gotta tweet 45 things about it." Oh, do they even know what the Morbius era episode, Article 45 of the Morbius episodes with the crossover with the Iron Man Doctor Doom crossover Morbius? Do they even read the 4th page of that? You know, relax. Whatever happens, you'll be fine. Anyways, I still think it's stupid that Robert Downey Jr. was picked. I don't get it. I don't get it. maybe they're doing, I know they're doing multiverse stuff. I'm so behind on the movies. I'm pretty sure when they introduced Kang or whatever, that guy, he's like a multiverse guy. I thought that was the story there. So I don't know. I didn't watch. So it's multiverse and Iron Man is Doctor Doom now, I guess. I don't know. Um, but I'll tell you this, I'll finish on this. I've been playing a video game called Marvel Midnight Suns. And it's a fun game. I hope I haven't talked about, no. Doesn't feel like I have. God, hope it's funny if I have already. Hope it's funnier. Probably gonna repeat myself. I don't think I've talked about this. I'm playing a game. I'm gonna pick my finger. I played guitar for a really long time today, and so I've got like fresh calluses. It's been a while. Sorry you had to see that. It's just really bothering me. I'm playing this game called Marvel Midnight Suns, and it's a really fun game. It's great. I somewhat recommend it. And here is the part that bothers me. So it's a game. It's a game. Oh, by the way, my favorite comment on my, no, I'll save this for next time. I'll save this for next time. Stay on track, Avagus. Oh, I gotta leave a note. Voice memo real quick. Sorry. Accused of Italian racism comments on my YouTube video. Yeah, I'll remember what that means. So this Marvel Midnight Suns game, it's fun, and it's like a turn-based card game, and it's very strategic, and the combat, the gameplay is wonderfully deep and enjoyable, and you level up your characters and you get new powers and stuff like that. It's really fun. It's cool. However, there's an entire outside of combat element to this game that there are two halves to this game. This game is played in combat and out of combat in the Abbey, where the HQ, the Marvel character's HQ. And what you do on the side when you're at the HQ, you're advancing the storyline as the characters talk. There's just so much fucking dialogue. These characters talk to each other incessantly. And like, I gotta say, a strong 40% of the exchanges between them need not even happen. There is so much fluff, and I guess it's fan service. I suppose it's fan service, and I'm not like, it's not resonating with me because I'm not like a big Marvel fan or whatever. But even beyond, like, if I were to really analyze some of the interactions with some of these people, it's not even fan service sometimes. It's, you'll talk to a guy and you'll have these objectives in the corner, and it'll say, go talk to Wolverine. And it'll also say, go talk to Spider-Man, and also talk to Doctor Strange. And you'll be like, okay. And you'll run over to Wolverine, and you'll talk to Wolverine, and Wolverine will be like, oh, I heard a noise outside my room last night, and it sounded like evil. Well, we better investigate. What do you think? Maybe you should talk to other people about it. And then you go over to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is like, yes, hello, I heard a noise outside my room, and it might be something evil. What do you think? Maybe we should get to the bottom of it. You should talk to the other heroes, and maybe we'll figure it out. And then you go to fucking Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is the most annoying of the bunch. Actually, Blade is pretty annoying, cause he talks like this all the time, and the way he delivers his lines is always the same. But then you run up to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's like, duh, gee whiz, I heard a noise outside my room last night. Could it be evil? We should probably figure out what that is. And you're like, I didn't need to run around and talk to two of you fuckers. This could have been a fucking text. You know what I mean? God damn. And that's not even the worst part. Okay, so there's so much redundant dialogue. Yes, yes, yes. But the worst part of this game, like, in order to unlock cool passive abilities and powers, in order to unlock more cool stuff that you can do in the battles, in the fighting, you have to befriend each of these Marvel heroes. There's like a friendship game. There's a side friendship game. It's a friendship simulator. That's what this is. Marvel Suns is half a game of crime fighting and superheroes and hell yeah, action, awesome, super fun. And the other half is a friendship simulator. And not like an adult friendship simulator. Like, we're talking kindergarten, grade 1, new kid in class, just moved from out of town. In grade 3, though, no older than grade 3, where like you bribe people to be friends and everyone sits around, and when you start bonding with someone, you have a conversation with them where they tell you you are becoming their friend. It is so childish and so juvenile to and you do this with every single character. It doesn't just happen once with everybody. You have a conversation with Wolverine, and he goes, there's a whole cutscene where they're walking in a forest, and Wolverine's like, you want to know something, bub? In the time we've gotten to know each other, I might start to call you my friend. You know what? You got friend material. And then your character's like, huh, I never thought you'd be one to use the F word. And Wolverine's like, huh, don't push your luck, friend. It's so cringy and lame. You're like, Wolverine, oh no, you are ruining Wolverine for me. My childhood is being ruined by this terrible dialogue, this fucking juvenile friendship system. And even some of the side quests, like this, they're not even side quests. It's like, it moves the story along. The friendship thing is just so unavoidably laced in the whole thing. You have to do it. You have to talk to people, and then they give you dialogue options that you pick, and then depending on what you say, you score more friendship points, or sometimes less. Sometimes you say something to offend them and it takes away friendship points, so you don't level up as fast. And like, I'll be honest, there's some characters like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is supposed to be this badass who turns into a demon with a fucking skull mask, and he rides this cool muscle car in this game, and he's got these chains and opens gateways to hell. And it's like, you are so cool, but every time I talk to you in the Abbey, in the HQ, I'm always having conversations where you are fishing for compliments, and I have to like quell your insecurities for you. How old are you, dude? He's like, ugh, do you think the rest of the gang really needs me? And you have to be like, yes, of course they do. You are a superhero. And it's so dumb. Like, grow up. I wish you would all grow up. Please grow up. You are all coming across so pathetic, so that when we go into battle, and like, Ghost Rider has these cool dialogue lines where he's like, there's room in hell for all of you, or like something kind of cool like that. You're like, I mean, that would hit a lot harder if I didn't just remind you that we need you on the team. That line would hit you so much harder if I didn't have to tell you that Captain America respects you just fine. You know, that whole game. So I needed to rant about that because it's like so funny to me. Because now, you know what? Now I do relate to everybody who's been like, oh, ruined my childhood, or like, this ruined Star Wars for me. And it's like, I kind of get it now, because now every time I see Ghost Rider, I'm just gonna be like, please don't ask me about what other people think about you. I don't care. Figure it out. Talk to them. Talk to them. I'm tired of telling you that everyone likes you. You know what? They don't. They hate you. You're a whiny baby. Nobody likes that. I don't like that. You know? So sometimes when you have to like do a dialogue thing, and one of the options is like you tell them off, or you say something honest that I'm feeling, me, Ava Gis, on the couch playing, something that I want to say to him that's like, suck it up, buttercup, or like, I don't have time for this. And if I make my character say the thing, then he's like, duh, and I lose friendship points, and now my team isn't as good in battle, so I have to kiss everyone's ass. It is, this game, it's so silly. Everyone is a child. Oh, let me tell you 2 more things about this game. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, I hope you're entertained by this, because it's like, we're talking about superheroes. We are in the battles, in the main storyline, we are saving the world from like a Cthulhu level world eater. Like, he's gonna, if the prophecy is true, he's gonna kill everyone's soul, or like enslave everyone's soul. Honestly, I haven't been paying much attention. I've been too busy making friends with Blade. but like, it's one of the side quests, one of the ongoing things in this game is you find out both Blade and Captain Marvel imply that they have a crush on each other to you. And now for the rest of the fucking game, I have to be their messenger girl, running back and forth between the two of them, where they're like, what did she say about me? Did she mention me? And you're like, yeah, she said you were a formidable fighter. And he like swoons, and he's like, oh, well, tell her I think she's pretty strong too. And you're like, yeah, Blade, are you supposed to be like a vampire who's 300 years old? Did you never learn how to talk to a woman in any of that time? Did you ever learn how to fucking tell a woman how you feel? What the fuck am I doing here? Let's fight Cthulhu. I don't have time to play matchmaker. Blade starts a fucking book club. This is a legitimate, let me get close for this. Blade, a vampire hunter with the sunglasses and with the fucking ripping people's vampires, god demons, hearts out of their chests, holding them in his hands. Badass Blade, named after a weapon that slices and dices and decapitates. He starts a book club and invites Captain Marvel, but also invites you, your character, as a buffer to like sit in between them because he's nervous. And like, you know what? I'm 36 years old. That ain't cute. That's not cute. I don't care. That's not cute. You're a fucking superhero. And so is she. And your character can't even leave. I wish you could. I wish you could get up and be like, this is childish. You two, she likes you. You like her. Fucking sort it out. All right? You know, how can you guys have a crush on each other when you don't even know how to fucking communicate? I'm out of here. And then slam a book on the table. But no. Yeah, and then Captain America gets invited to this stupid fucking book club, and there's all these, you're like, these side quests are driving me fucking crazy. We're sitting around talking about books. The World Eater is about to eat everybody's soul. And I'm sitting here on a couch, literally planted between Blade and Captain Marvel, while you guys are talking about the art of war. I don't care. I don't care. Lastly, one last thing. one of the characters is like a broody emo type. Her name is Magic. And one of her best friends is Nico. And by the way, as you befriend Magic, Magic is one of those types who the dialogue is so cheesy because she tries so hard to be like a loner, and she's like, I can't believe, she's like Russian, so she's like, I can't believe, I can't believe I'm actually becoming a friend with you. And you're like, yeah, you thought you could keep me away, but I'm your friend now, and we're friends, and it's official. And then she's like, well, don't try and sass me with your sass. Don't tell anyone that you are my friend. I don't want anyone on the team to know that I am friendly with anyone. And that's the whole thing, that you're just like, shut the fuck up. Who cares? But there's one part, it's Magic's birthday. This is how juvenile this shit is. It's Magic's birthday, and Nico, her friend, her other friend in this game, one of the other superheroes, wants to throw her a surprise party. And you find out with like a week before the party that Magic hates surprises. She hates surprise parties. And you try and squash this party, but it doesn't happen. And Nico does the party anyway. And Magic shows up, and everyone goes surprise. And Magic gets mad and storms out. And then you gotta walk up to every single fucking person who came to the party. That's every single superhero that you have. And all of them have required objective dialogue where they all go, oh, what do you think happened there? And you gotta go to the next guy. They're like, whoa, boy, Magic sure looks mad. I wonder what the problem is. And you go to the next guy, and he's like, did you see Magic storm out? She seemed pretty angry with that. And then you go to the next guy, and he's like, I can't believe that Magic stormed out. I thought we were here to surprise her. You're like, oh, this is driving me crazy. I want to fight someone. I wish I could fight one of you people. Just let me fight somebody. Let me smash this cake, for fuck's sake. And then you go to Nico, and Nico's like, what did I do wrong? Boy, what happened? Can you go talk to Magic? I think she's really mad at me, and she probably won't want to talk to me. Can you tell her I'm sorry? And you're like, what in the Dora the Explorer is this game? This is Blue's Clues. I have to go hunt this girl down now to apologize on someone's behalf. Hey, sometimes fighting with your friends isn't easy, but your friends are your friends, and they always mean well. So you gotta get back in there, and you gotta tell them how you feel. But always remember to listen and forgive, and leave space for your friend, because that's who they are. And you're like, this Marvel game. Anyways, Marvel Midnight Suns, I give it a strong 7 out of 10, because the dialogue is wholly burdensome, but the gameplay is super fun, especially if you like strategy stuff. It's strategy stuff is really fun, and it's a good time. And my legs are so sweaty, and I had a shower before this, and I'm so sweaty again. Fuck. And my butt is really sweaty, my leg is really sweaty, and I should go to bed because it's 2 a.m. Thanks for listening. I hope it was funny. I really wanted to go on that Marvel rant, and I just kept going and going and going. Let me tell you, for somebody who complains about over-dialogued game, there you have it. I am perfectly capable and susceptible to over-dialoguing myself. Time to take a breath now, finally. Oh my god. That was so long. I thought I was going to pass out because I didn't take a breath that whole time. Anyways, Provolone Wolf, signing out.